Hello everyone, Merxerain here, and welcome back to episode 3 of our Enigmatica 6 Expert playthrough. In this episode, we're going to focus on thermal. Did that creeper worry you? Well, it shouldn't. So, I happen to have a trinket called Creepo. In this Creepo trinket, creepers targeting you will not spawn an explosion. I just got that while I was digging. So, what have I done in between episodes here? I got a lot of materials ready, right? We have things to do, and we have a box of stuff to do it with. Inside this box, which I'll show in just a minute, is everything we need to get started in thermal. So we're going to make the Sterling Dynamo, we're going to make the Induction Smelter, we're going to make the Pulverizer, and we're going to make the Redstone Furnace. And in fact, I'm kind of feeling like I might want to make 3 of these Sterling Dynamos, one for each of these, because to start off with, I don't think we're going to be able to make a battery. It might not be as hard as I think, but I haven't fully looked into it yet. But let's take a look at what we got in here. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. I mean, it's not a lot of stuff necessarily, but the nickel was kind of hard to come by. Some of this other stuff I had most of everything else. So, let's take a quick look through the book. First, we're going to maybe turn some quests in, and then we're going to go into what we're doing with thermal today. Just take a look at this tools and armor. Okay, yep, we'll take that XP. We're actually going to grab all the XP and throw it in that book we have. Here's Tetra. There's going to be a lot of things to collect from here. Eye of Ender. Get from the blacksmith thing. Oh, got a fancy sword. That's probably better than what we're using. Attack damage 10.5, but the speed is only 0.75. 6, so almost double, not quite double. But it is slower. This one is faster. So let's just feels pretty slow, but it does a lot of damage. We'll hold on to that. Seems fancy. I don't understand why the hone is negative 65 of 435, though. That doesn't seem right. Let's keep going. Single tool head. Got a spear. I think I got this when I made a shovel. It counts a shovel as a spear for some reason. Swords, splash potion, and night vision. Okay. Yeah, great. Okay, so I actually kind of want to also make this tier 3 real quick, so I think we'll probably do that shortly. Is there anything else? Let's take a look at thermal, since we're going to be getting into it. We're actually not going to follow too much of what's in here just to start with, because we're actually going to follow up here in the Tech Mechanical Mayhem. So we're going to start here, and we're going to go towards the thermal path, which is this direction. The other path really sort of leads us into the create sort of things. And now I will tell you, we might have to do it anyways. I'm not too sure. When we look at the dependencies here, it lists both of them. So they both might be required. If they are, we'll deal with it. But I've prepared everything we need to make this. I haven't quite prepared what we need here. Okay, so I actually have to make the hammer to start with, which means I need to... Yeesh. I didn't get that iron ready. Let me grab that real quick. Okay, it looks like it was, it's going to just be 9 ingots and 4 more aluminum nuggets. But we can't start there, it turns out, because we need the iron plates. Well, how do we get iron plates? We're going to get them with a hammer. So let's actually come in here. Come back to our tech. We need this hammer right here. So I'm actually just going to quickly add this to our to-do list. I'm not sure how bread got on our to-do list. That was probably a mistake. And we're just going to tell it to make. Craft that enigmatic hammer. And we actually might need more than one of these. I've only gathered the material just to make one so far. But here we are. That should partially complete the quest. Great. And now we need the Sterling Dynamo. How do we get the Sterling Dynamo? Well, we need a glass bottle. That's really easy to make, right? Done. We need this smooth stone, which actually I believe I've already crafted. Here it is. we're going to need, let's see, this copper rod, which means we're going to need some copper plates. So 1 rod takes 2 plates, and 1 plate takes 2 ingots, so we need 4 ingots total to make that. I think we can actually probably just do this. 1. And I expected it to put those other ones in there. That's fine, though. Here's our copper rod. It's going to require us to make an iron plate. We will do real quick and easy like. Take our copper gear. Then the redstone flux, which needs another copper or gold rod, which I had decided to do copper. I don't know why. I mean, we have a decent chunk of both because I got those gold blocks. Let's go ahead and make that real quick. All right, that's been made. Now we can make the Sterling Dynamo. Oh, wait, piston. Sorry, missed one. Let's see here. We're going to do just iron and an iron rod. Real quick and easy. Yeah. Okay, so here's our smooth stone, iron rod, redstone, spruce planks, and the iron ingot. Make the piston, and now finally, we can make the dynamo. Boom. Okay, so let's go here. Oh, we can't look. Unfortunately, I think we need to do the other one as well. Okay, well, I was hoping that we didn't need to do this because it turns out in order to make andesite alloy and invar dust, we're going to have to do exploding items. And I was hoping to avoid the exploding items for the alloy. And the reason why is because, look, in order to make this invar dust, we need to explode items. Or in order to make the andesite alloy, we also need to explode items. I was hoping to do just one small batch of exploding items, because once you get the induction smelter, which we are making today, right? That's the primary piece that we're going to make today. It can also make andesite alloy. Look, 1 andesite and 1 iron or zinc nugget, and this is the key part, iron nugget. It's real cheap. We'll make one of these, whereas over here, it has to be a zinc ingot. And zinc is a lot harder to come by. I mean, you'll see in my whole chest over here, I have 2 more. Well, sorry, I've got a little bit of zinc in there, and then I've got a lot of iron, right? So I'd much rather use the iron. Nickel. Nickel's also a real hard one to come by. I've only got 2 left in there, and we needed 11 for our crafts today. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to use 8 zinc and 16 andesite. So this should, I think, make 8 andesite alloys. And we're also going to take these here and turn them into dusts. And we do that with the hammer. Thought we did that with the hammer. Well, hold on one second. How do we make dust? Right? Nickel dust. Oh, it's you don't use an ingot, you use a chunk. Okay. That's alright. That's not alright. That's not alright at all. All of the nickel has been turned into ingots. That puts a little bit of a damper on my plans. Go ahead and make this phytogrow as well real quick. Right, so there's 16, so that's exactly how many we need for the recipe once we get our nickel dust. You know what, we also need 16 iron dust, not 16 iron. So let's just, let's go ahead and make sure we can actually do that. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to, but we are. Iron dust, 16. Perfect. There it is. Hammer can go back over there somewhere. And I'll come back once I get my nickel dust. So actually, right before we leave, let's just take this opportunity to upgrade a hammer to tier 3, which happens to be iron. So I'm gonna bet we only need like 2 ingots. We'll see. Here's our hammer. We're gonna start with the handle. Basic handle, make it spruce. Hammerhead. I guess we need 2 per head, which is fine. That. Come over here and grab 2 more. Ding, tier 3. Okay, so now we've got this tier 2 hammer, which I'm going to leave here, and we've got the tier 3 hammer. And why did we want to do that? Well, this stone pickaxe I've been using only for just digging out big chunks of stone in the mine, or for a cobblestone generator. Well, I got to the point where I got durability 2 on this and durability 2 on this piece. Now I want durability 3. Well, you need a tier 3 hammer in order to do that, so that's why we needed this upgrade. It'll also come in handy for upgrading the actual tool parts as well, past iron. And since I have to go mine anyways, let me go ahead and give that a quick upgrade. Or quick repair. Alright. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and we're gonna bust these open real quick. Crafting. Flint. Redstone dust. Okay. Alright, so here we are, our 8 nickel chunks. Turning into 8 nickel dust. And we're gonna do 16, 16, 8, and 16. And we also need this 1 piece of TNT, and I guess we're gonna need a flint and steel to light it. But let's just double check, make sure I've done everything correctly here on the counts. 8 and 16. Okay, so technically for this one, right, we only need the 1 zinc and 2 andesite. But I'm going to do 8 crafts. Now, I'm doing 8 nickel, so then I got 16 iron and 16 phytogrow. So let's go do this. I've never done the exploding items. This could totally fail, backfire, I don't know. We'll find out. I'm going to sleep first, though. Excuse me? What? Wait, why did you take damage? Hmm. He should not have been in here. I mean, he could easily get in here. You know, I'm glad we just got that flint, because I need that for the flint and steel. Let's see, I do not want to blow this up in my area here. Not that we can't just easily fix it, but if he's a random one or if he came from my area. We're gonna quickly go back into the cave over here just to have a spot that I don't care if I blow up. Okay, so here I am in my cave. I'm just gonna set the TNT right here, and then on one side we're gonna drop our zinc and our andesite, and then right here on the other side we're gonna drop everything else. So I'm gonna light this and run. I see my crafts. That's a really interesting mechanic, honestly. I'll maybe fill this in. Maybe not. I don't know what's going to happen to this cave. But so now we have completed this quest, so we can move on to Induction Smelter, which we will do once we get back home. Wow, I actually got 17 Invar? Now hold on a second. Let's take a look at that recipe again. I used 8 nickel and 16 iron. So shouldn't I have only gotten 8 Invar? But I got 17. Which isn't even like double what I would think. We also got 16 andesite alloys, which that's correct. Because it was 1 zinc and 2 andesite for 2 alloys. So that's correct. So I don't know what happened here. That's interesting. Okay, so to make our induction smelter, what do we need? Oof. Okay, so let's start with Invar gears. We're gonna need 8 total Invar ingots. Well, we're lucky. Got exactly what we needed. Actually, we got more than what we needed, interestingly enough. So we'll go ahead and get that smelting. Now, while that's smelting, let's go ahead and craft the other things we need. So we need 2 of these gears. So we need 2 iron plates. 1, 2. And then we need the aluminum nuggets, which I have already in there. So let's go back. What else do we need? We need a machine frame. And in fact, I already know we need 3 of these total. So I think we're going to try and craft 3 of these right off the bat. So we need 3 iron gears. We need 3 more plates. I did 1 extra just in case. And we also need, oh, yeah, sorry, gears first. Yep, there we are. No, wait, I just made an aluminum gear. That's not what I wanted at all, was it? I wanted these iron gears. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I only wanted 3 of them. And now I need, since I'm gonna need 12 more plates. All right, so here we are, the glass, the iron plates. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if there's a quest for that. There was a quest for that. Take a look real quick over there. No, it wasn't in here. Where's that quest at? Aha, here's the quest. So we have unlocked thermal series basically by making the machine frame, which happens to be the block that they all are based off of. Since we're going to be making some of these things real soon, maybe I should make this crescent hammer real quick as well. And it's not like we're not going to use it, right? We got 6, okay. And we completed the Sterling Dynamo. And we have any of coal, which is perfect. Now, they gave us an energy cell right off the bat with some energy cable. How nice of them. How nice of them. I was just saying earlier, I didn't know how to get that. And then we will come to this when we get there, and we'll come to that when we get there, of course. Coming soon. Coming soon. Go grab our Invar. Okay, so we have our Invar. So we got to make this, and in fact, I might need to make another plate because I'm pretty sure I used the extra plate. So go ahead and make the first gear, make our extra plate, make another gear. Perfect, perfect. Okay. We're gonna need to make a copper rod. We've got our flux coil. Let's see, we need 2 more iron plates. That real quick. We need a blast furnace. Oh, 5 more iron plates. That's a theme. We should have just made a whole bunch of things. Gonna need a furnace. Super simple to make, of course. Gonna need a campfire. Also fairly simple to make. Blast furnace is made. I don't know if there's a quest for that anywhere. It doesn't look like it. Now we just need the copper coils. Well, unfortunately for the copper coils, we need a tool we don't have. But a real easy tool to make. So we need 8 of these LV wire coils to make 1. We actually need 2 of these total. But this one craft will make 4. So we really need to do this 4 times. So we need 16 copper wire, which comes from a lot of copper plates. I think we have enough copper. Let me go grab some more real quick. Okay, so here are our 16 copper wires. Kind of surround these sticks. Nope, not quite like that. I think we've put them right here. Helps if I use the right amount of sticks. Here's our 16 wires, and then I think we put like a piece of iron in there. Yeah. Here we are. And here's our induction smelter. Perfect. Okay, so quest completed. Technically, we'll get this one as well once we get there. However, did complete this one. Still no rewards, but that's okay. So the induction smelter is going to let us do a lot of the explosion crafting without actually exploding, which is great. I think I'm going to set the machines up over here. I happen to pull these out of a house in this village, and I've just sort of left them. I'll probably carry these around with me because they hold their inventory when you break them, so they're like shulker boxes. So is this. Alright, so I'm thinking if I put the machines right here somewhere, because I might want to run cables behind them. Yeah, we're going to put this here. We're going to put that energy cell we got right here. We're going to use our crescent hammer to rotate. Just like that. So it should be able to pump energy directly in. And let's get this thing started. I'm pretty sure all it does is just take... yeah, solid fuels, it says. We actually have a lot of coal, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw all of that in there now. Output, 100%, perfect. Our battery is building, so this is great. Then we're going to take the universal cable. We're going to do this, and then we're going to place our induction smelter down. And I think I'm going to actually set it back here. We're not really going to be able to see the front of it, but that's okay. Step 1, complete. So looking back here at our mechanical mayhem tech tree, it wants us to go into a magma crucible. It wants us to go into a fluid encapsulator to get rubber. That's all great and all. We will certainly be doing that, but not today. Maybe not even in the next episode or so, because we're probably going to branch off and do some create things. However, I do really want to get into the Redstone Furnace and the Pulverizer. Why? Well, easy ore duplication, right? We can throw our ores in the Pulverizer, get 2 dust per ore, put it in the Redstone Furnace, and of course you have just doubled your ore. Also, this Redstone Furnace will let us use our coal in a different manner. I don't know if the coal this way is actually a more efficient sort of situation, right? Because 1 coal can smelt 8 items, but can 1 coal do more than 8 items in a Redstone Furnace? Maybe with upgrades, I'm not sure. But either way, we're probably going to be moving away from, well, my hope is that we're moving away from this sort of a power system sooner than later. But I don't know what the pack has in store for me just yet. I do know that I would like to get into power, and in order to get into power, I want to make the magmator. But look at this. How do we even make this? Okay. Ooh, sequenced assembly. So, right, we're going to need create in order to do this. And I've never actually set up a sequenced assembly before. It's new to the mod since the last time I really played with it. So we'll have to set up some fancy systems to get this going. And really, I'd like to set up create to do some early automation, right? I don't want to be handcrafting everything, especially stuff that we're going to be using a lot, like basic capacitors. Ooh, man, pressure chamber. I don't think we're going to be getting into power anytime soon, so we'll have to figure out how we get to power. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and make this pulverizer. Pulverizer is next. 1, 2 filters. And we have a pulverizer. Now we need the Redstone Furnace. Gonna come back into here, click this, click that. Obtained. Redstone Furnace, obtained. Man, I feel like we are just making all sorts of progress here. So, I think, this building is not going to be large enough for anything that we're going to do. So I might actually just push it back, right? This could be sort of like a longhouse. Keep it the same width. It's going to have more space in the middle, but if we go back, maybe through that wall a bit, we'll have a lot more space for fun activities. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and set the Redstone Furnace here. And we're going to set our Pulverizer here. We're going to say that the left side is the output. We're going to say that the top is the input. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a chest on top. We're also... Okay. No, we're still good on the coal for now. Come in here, we're going to say the right is the input, and we're going to say the top is the output. Auto output enabled. Over here, we're going to say you can auto output and you can auto input. So we'll have 2 different chests there, which I'll get set up right now. And for demonstration purposes, we'll just grab a little bit of iron. And we'll notice that these are all filled up on their power, right? 50,000. We can still see that we've got some stuff in here burning. I'm going to have to put more in. That's okay. So I put it in the chest. It came straight down into the pulverizer. And remember, if I had just smelted this normally, that would have become 8 iron ingots. But now, 1 has turned into 2 iron dust. And it moved directly over from this configuration, where I said the left side is the output with the orange color. And so these 2 will get smelted, just like they were in a normal sort of furnace, into iron ingots, which will get placed up above. So we have done a very, very basic form of automation to get ingots. This is going to help us out immensely. Okay, so I went ahead and put a bunch more stuff in here just to get it smelted through. I don't want to smelt everything. I don't want to just use all the power so far in smelting. I'm just going to get a decent stockpile of ingots to go. We can see, right, it is dutifully processing. But there's a little hitch. And that hitch is the Pulverizer doesn't just make dust, it makes other things as well. So gravel. I mean, this one also got nickel, which is great. I love to see that, getting a little bit of byproduct metal out of a different kind of metal. However, what are we going to do with the gravel? At this time, it might try to run the gravel through the Redstone Furnace, and if it does, it will turn it into slag. And in fact, you can see that has already happened once. We have a slag up there. I actually don't want to turn it into slag. Having a little bit of supply of gravel wouldn't be too bad. Slag can also be used for things, right? We can make concrete powder. I'm sure we can do a bunch of other stuff. We can make rock wool. Actually, rock wool is something we're going to need somewhat soon, I think. For XNet, right? We need rock wool for XNet. XNet is really going to come into play once we need to start automating things. You can actually see XNet is up here, the gate off of this, so we'll be using it sooner than later. So maybe we will just smelt it all the way through so we can smelt it again and get the rock wool. Either way, we need more space. So I think in between episodes, I'm going to push this building out a bit. Maybe make it double the size, maybe make it triple the size as it is now, so we have a lot more space for this kind of stuff. We'll probably also add a basement. And I'm also thinking, right, so over here, it is in the storage section, which we haven't really started. Click, click. Pretty pipes. You know, I've never actually used pretty pipes before. And it says, right, you can move items around with filters. I figured you could do that. What I didn't know is it has a like item terminal and a crafting terminal. Very much, right, like refined storage does. So we might actually create a pretty pipe system in the next episode. Don't hold me on that, because I don't know what we're going to need to make everything, but I'll figure that out in between episodes. So let's go ahead back down to our thermal series. Get our rare thermal series loot box. What did we get? Hardened glass. Immune to the wither. Okay, I don't think we're going to be using that anytime soon. Scavenger's Delight. Sugarcane. Nether brick. Maybe it was just a nether brick. I may have had that on me already. Pulverizer. Another rare thermal series loot box. Machine frames. Those will come in handy. Actually, just going to throw them right in that chest. Invar. We actually have one sitting in here. Quest complete. Perfect. Another rare box that gave us 8 more hardened glass. And then the next quest actually wants us to have an induction smelter. So I'm just going to pick this one up. And I'm going to try using the crescent hammer, because that might keep the power so we don't waste any. We'll see. Yep, it kept the power. Perfect. That is so great. An auxiliary reaction chamber. Increases generation rate, but reduces efficiency. Oh. So it just makes it generate power faster? That's good to know. I actually don't think we need to generate power faster yet. We will certainly need faster power, more power, but not yet. So we're gonna hold on to that in a chest. That actually completed another quest. And from that one, we got reinforced in integral components. I actually don't know what this does. I don't know what it does, but I can tell you it's not easy to make. So there's hardened, and then reinforced, and then resonant. Oh. Okay, these are just the standard upgrades. I think I can apply this right to a machine. They look different than what I am familiar with. I think we're probably at the wrapping up point now. So I hope you enjoyed our starting into thermal. We're definitely going to get more machines and get actual automation set up in the near future. Between episodes, I'm going to expand this building so that we have more space. As we can see, I've already run out. And I'm also going to decide what we're going to do. So we may go into pretty pipes. Again, I've never used it before. That could be fun. Or we're going to start into create. And if we do start into create, we'll set up some basic automation systems for resource gathering, like wood. And I want to give a real big thanks to everyone who's watched. Episode 1 and 2 of the series have gotten way more views than anything else I've put out, and it's keeping me motivated, inspired to create more content for everyone. So thank you, really. And with that, Merc Serene signing off.